So make fucking sure that when you're solving a problem, you use the first principles approach, which is what's the fundamental root of the problem and the truth.
But like the first problem is like, why are we here? Why are we failing? Why are we not? Like, if you can't understand why you are where you are, how can you understand to exceed?
I'm gonna go in there. Man, this guy.
Wait, I'm actually serious, bro. Am I actually?
Hey, listen, that's a conversation for another day. You need to focus on making money, not asking questions in a school community.
Have people's attention, right? But at the end of the day, fundamentally speaking, a personal brand is not the thing that gets you to the next level. Because I know a lot of people. I have a buddy who has like 200K-ish on Instagram, 200K. A bigger personal brand than all of us combined, yet he makes less money than not all of us combined. He makes like a couple grand a month. That's it. Off of 200,000 followers. 200,000. So a personal brand will never fulfill for the void, for the lack of skill set and being able to understand the fundamental components of a business. Think of 30 years ago, did people have a personal brand back then? No, they just knew how to market. They knew how to build a business. Everybody know I'm not recording this. My computer would probably explode if I recorded this. It's already sitting out in the fucking 30-degree heat here in Brazil on no charger, with 7 apps running, and it's fucking 6 years old laptop. What else y'all got? What else are we doing?
Yo, can I ask you a question, Stefan?
That's what we're here for, brother. What's up?
Awesome. So, I've got the numbers here because you told me to track numbers last time we talked. So, yeah, I've been sending like Facebook DMs. I mean, just booking appointments now is my bottleneck in the business. So, yeah, I've sent like about 350 DMs. I got 30 responses. Most of them, when I pitched them, stopped responding, and one said sure for the meeting at first, and then stopped responding, and one said sure, but she's getting married now, so talk to me later. So yeah, out of these 350 DMs, I've booked 0 meetings, and yeah, it sucks. So my opener is, hey name, are you an online coach? If they respond, I told them, awesome, so I might have something for you, open to hear. They tell me, sure, so I then pitch them, and then usually they stop responding. So,
Okay.
what should I do?
You said you send 350 DMs per day, correct?
No, in total,
In total, across what time frame?
like 7 days.
So that's problem number 1. We'll get to that in a second. I want more context. I can give you the best answer possible. Let me ask you this. What is the ideal outcome of the solution? If I gave you the best answer in the world, what would the ideal outcome be for you?
What do you mean exactly? I don't understand.
Like if you got the perfect answer, what would that look like for you in your life? Right now, if I gave you the perfect answer, what would that solve for you?
Booking more appointments, I guess.
Okay, beautiful. So the problem is we're not booking enough appointments, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And my service delivery is on point. We're getting like 90 cents leads.
Awesome. So that means nothing if we can't get it to people. Okay. Here's the thing. Is you sent 350 DMs over the past 7 days. Now, I'm not very good at math. Someone can verify. I believe that's 50 DMs per day. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Here's the thing. Is there's so many little nuanced things you could fix with your outreach, right? You could optimize your profile. You could test a different opener. You could test a million different things. But I like to think of things in leverage. If we solve this, what makes every other problem easier? Okay, that's the way I like to solve things with all my clients. Is if we solve this, how do we make everything else easier? Because if we can do that, then we solve one, everything else gets better. So we're way more leveraged, okay? And so instead of fixing the opener or the offer or the outreach profile, or a plethora of the other little nuanced things we could fix, the highest leverage thing we could do is if we could send 350 DMs a day, a lot of our other problems would go away. Think about it. What would take you a week to do, you'll get a week's worth of data in a day. You'll get a week's worth of appointments in a day. You get a week's worth of learning in a day. Now, you might be saying, Stefan, that's impossible. And that's how you get off the call because nothing is impossible unless you say it is. The only things that are true and not true in the world, the only things that are true and that are not true in this world are the things that you make up. So the only things that you believe to be true are true because you believe them to be true. Keyword, believe. Right? The only things that are impossible are only impossible because you believe they're impossible. Right?
Yeah.
The only reason why you think it's impossible to run sub 2 hour marathons is because you believe it's impossible.
He's talking to
Believe.
the people.
It's not that it's true, it's that we believe that. So our realities are curated by our perception, by our mental models. I've been doing a lot of research into this, right? There's a lot of people I consulted, like a lot of their problems are fundamentally rooted in their mental models of the world. Not actual reality. So if we can change the mental models, you can change how they think, you can change what happens. Okay, cool. Let's bring it back. Let's bring us back to reality. Okay? You sent 350 DMs, and how many appointments you booked?
0.
0. Beautiful. 350 DMs and 0 appointments. So here's the problem. It's obviously we have 0 appointments. That's a huge problem. But I think the bigger rooted issue isn't that we're booking 0 appointments. Well, that is a big issue. I don't think that's the biggest thing to solve. I think the biggest thing to solve is your belief around what's possible and what's not possible. Let me ask you a question. Why are you not booking 10 appointments a week?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I haven't booked an
No,
appointment.
tell me why.
I have no idea. Like, I've did some volume, or at least some volume that at least could book me and one appointment. But I've sent, I think, over 1,000 DMs and didn't book a single appointment. And I sent only like 350 in the last 7 days. So
Beautiful. I want everybody here to notice something. Every one of you. And apply this to your own life. He can't even articulate why. Pause. Let's think about this for a second. You can't even articulate why or what. Imagine if the doctor asked you what hurt you. The doctor can't give you a solution unless you can explain to him where and why it hurts. And after you give him everything, he can then say, yes, this is the issue. The problem is if we can't articulate our problem, that's a huge issue. Right? If you ask Kobe why he wasn't the best, he'll tell you literally every single minute detail of why he wasn't the best and exactly what he's going to do to get there. Ask anyone in the world, that's the best of what they do. They'll tell you why they're not at the next mark. They can properly explain why they're not there. Why? Because they put so much thought into it, because if they could solve for this, they would be there. Think about that. If you could solve for this, you would already be here. If you could solve for booking 10 appointments, you would already be here. And so they put all their time and effort into solving for this. They know it's the fall, but I don't know how to solve it. Okay, then great, you might as well give up then. Luckily, I'm your savior, I'm here. The invoice at the end of the call. I'm gonna solve your issue for you. I'm just fucking with you, okay? But the first problem I want you to understand is that we have problems, but we don't know why we have them. We don't know how to fix them. We don't have any insight into them. We have data, but for the point of having no data. But pause. Okay, so think on that for a second. All of you right now aren't where you want to be. Do you know why? If the answer is no, that's a huge fucking problem. Like, if you don't know why you are where you are, how can you expect to go here? If you don't know why you are where you are, how can you expect to level up? How can you expect to go here if you don't even know why you are here? The first step is understanding why we are here. Why are we here? Why are we not making 10K yet? Why? And go away for a day, for 24 hours of a day. Take your phone away. Just bring a journal book and just constantly ask yourself and start writing everything down. And you'll notice it isn't your outreach opener. You'll notice that you won't start writing that down. It isn't your outreach opener. It isn't your niche or your personal branding. If you really get into the nuancing of why am I not there, you'll have a whole list of personal issues. Every business problem is just a direct reflection of a personal issue. Most of you have some sort of limiting belief capping you from where you are. Some of you are incompetent and are stupid. Okay? That's the truth, okay? Think about it. There's 16 of us here on this call. Some of us just, by law, have to be stupid, okay? Luckily, Misha, I hope you aren't one of them. Okay?
Yeah, probably not.
But the first thing is that you sent 250 DMs to Stefan, I don't know why. I'll tell you, and I'll give you some insight and we'll explain. But the first problem is why are we here? Why are we failing? Why are we not where, if you can't understand why you are where you are, how can you understand to exceed? Move forward. Tell me, how can you expect to progress if you can't even understand why you're not progressing? That doesn't make any sense, right? Imagine if you ran 20 seconds on a 100 meter and you want to run 10 seconds. But you didn't have a coach, you didn't review your runnings, you didn't analyze your technique, and you just said, I can't run 100 meters in 10 seconds. And the person says, why? You say, I don't know, I just can't. I'm not able to. I only run it at 20 seconds now. Well, of course you're never going to get there. Because you can't even explain the problems that get you here. If we can't clearly explain our problems, there's a quote I read yesterday while I was reading a book, which is that a problem well explained or well articulated is a problem half solved. I'll say it again. A problem that is well explained is a problem half solved. Saying we sent 250 DMs, got no appointments isn't that's not a well articulated problem. Right? That's not a well articulated. There's so many more little nuanced things that go in there. Now, here's what I would do if I were you. The first thing is I would actually take a hardcore look at yourself. Because like I said, every business problem, this goes for everyone in this call. Most of your business problems are just a direct reflection of you, of your personal problems. Almost always. And so I would first look internally. So if we can fix the internal, the external will follow. Right? This goes for everything else. You can just fix inside, everything else will follow. And that typically is your mind. It's your mind, literally, your mind dictates your thoughts dictate your actions dictate your life. Think about that. Your mind dictates your thoughts dictate your actions, and your actions dictate your life. So if you can't control this and understand this, how are you going to control your life? You can't. You have to start up here, not out here. That's what people get wrong, is they try and start out here and fix this, when the problem is here. The reason why we aren't where we want to be is because of this. Because this has made us do this, which has led us here. So if we want to solve for this, we have to start here. For everybody, you have to start with the mind, right? Your mental models, your beliefs, your expectations, your everything, right? And if you fundamentally look at, okay, 10K a month, is it really that difficult? Well, think about it. Let's break it down. You give 10 people value worth of $1,000. If you told me that, Stefan, you had 365 days and you had nothing to do but try and give 10 people value worth $1,000, could you do it? I could do it 1,000 times. So think about it. A lot of us have been in this game for longer than a year. And if I ask you, why have you not seen success? You can't even say why. That's a problem. We gotta learn from our mistakes. Right? How are you going to get better if you can't learn from why you aren't fucking good in the first place? Tell me. If someone tell me how, save me too. Right? You saved my life as well. I don't know a way of getting better without learning from the shit that made us bad in the first place. Otherwise, guess what happens? You keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over, and you sit here a year from now, hop on another free call with me, and goes, Stefan, I sent 350 DMs, I got 0 appointments. And you still don't know why. Here's the thing, is as much as I'm a genius, okay, I can't sit here without sitting down with you for an hour and looking through all your systems, right? If we sat down for an hour and you brought me through all your systems and everything, and we took a deep reflection into your personal life, we could probably figure out the exact reason why somebody isn't booking. Right off the top of my head, the reason why somebody doesn't book, like just think about it fundamentally. If somebody doesn't book, it means that they don't see value in the thing that you're doing. Simple as that. Because if they believed that what you said was true and they thought it was worth their time, they would text you back, right? I'm sure we can agree here, right? If someone said, hey, I'll give you $1 million, you probably won't reply. Okay? But if, or let's say $10,000. But if Mr. Beast texts you saying, hey, we're doing a challenge, I'll give you $10,000 if you just reply and record a video, you would probably record the video. Why? Because you believe he'll do that. Now, why would you believe? That's a different story, right? Mr. Beast has a history of doing shit like that, therefore you perceive that will be true. But the point is, if we think something will happen, we will buy into that idea. So the reason why somebody doesn't book or somebody doesn't close, this goes for everybody in this call. The reason why you haven't closed clients or booked enough appointments is because simply one of two things is wrong. What you're saying isn't valuable enough to the person, or what you're saying is valuable, but they don't believe it to be true. That's the only two reasons. Is what you're saying isn't valuable to them, or it is valuable, but they don't believe it. Because think about this. If it was valuable to them, and they believed it, they at bare minimum would fucking talk to you. You said 350, 50 replies, give or take, so maybe a little bit more,
30.
70? 30, even worse. Right?
Yeah.
So think about that. And the thing is, a lot of people have a problem differentiating between the two. Right? Which is, okay, is my problem that people don't believe, or is it that it's not valuable enough? If you've been in this space for a while, you've read Alex Mosey's book, and you are somewhat have half a brain, it's probably because they don't believe you. Which brings us into a whole nother fucking can of worms and a huge other rabbit hole to go down. Which is, why don't people believe me? And that's when you get into a huge other fucking can of worms of shit to go down into. Why don't people believe? Well, first off, everybody in the world has the same offer as you, and has said to them 1 million times, yet it's never worked for them. Okay, well, that's something to start with, at least, right? Now we can get into an entire other thing, but if you look at why, if you even, do yourself a favor, go look at other people in your niche that are making a ton of money, and look at what you're doing, and don't look at specifically the intricacies of their business, look at them as people. What's different about you versus them, right? Business is just a reflection of personal. Go look at them, right? What's different? You'll start to pick up on small little things that I hate to say successful people do and you don't, but it's true, right? And if you can implement that, once again, personal reflection of the business. You fix yourself, you fix everything else, right? You are the business. You fix yourself, it automatically fixes your business. So the reason why you didn't book any appointments would be an entire process, right? It would be for anybody. But the deeper rooted issue is that we don't understand why we're not even seeing success in the first place, which is causing us to book 0 appointments and having no clue what the fuck we're doing. And I would zoom way the fuck out from appointments and into, why have I not seen success for the time I've been doing this? And that's a fucking huge question to ask yourself. You get with yourself, right? Just sit there and pondering your thoughts. And that, it'll fuck you up. For context, it'll fuck you up because it's depressing, right? How has it been 3 years of trying this game and I still haven't made it anywhere? And it's almost always just some sort of deep-rooted, embedded belief that you have that is causing you to act a certain way, that's causing you to not hit the goals you want, right? Would doing 7x the volume of DMs help? Yes, it would. Would switching your opener help? Maybe. Would having more followers help? Maybe. All of them are kind of maybe little things that we don't know for sure. Would changing who you are fundamentally and your beliefs around the world and how you do business, and as a result, changing everything that you operate on, help? Certainly. Misha, I know I haven't answered your question at all, if you can tell. But that's because I think the problem is a lot deeper than 350 DMs and 30 replies. Would you agree?
No, like that's the thing. Like I'm really confident in what I do. Like I promise you, if I hope on just one appointment, one sales call, I'm gonna close these motherfuckers. But the thing is that the booking appointment itself, like I believe so much in what I do that yeah, if you just open an
Listen, here's
appointment
the
with
problem
me,
though.
I will
That's the
sell you.
problem. The problem isn't that you believe. You can believe all you fucking want. If you believe you can go walk to the moon, great. No one else will fucking believe you. So it doesn't matter if you believe it, then it doesn't matter what you believe. It matters what the prospects believe. You can believe your service is shit, but if the prospects believe it's good, they'll buy it. Right? It doesn't that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what you believe. Fuck that what you believe. It's what they believe. Because that's what matters, not you. You don't matter in this questioning. It's the prospects and what they believe to be true. Right? And so it's like you're gonna sit here and change your outreach message. Let me ask you a question. How many times do you change your outreach message?
6 times, 7 times.
Probably more.
Yeah.
So do you think changing it an 8th time is gonna make you rich all of a sudden?
No, like that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what should I do now?
I know.
But
Hold
no.
on. We'll get there in 2 seconds.
The answer to the question is no.
If we change it another 8th time, we're probably not gonna all of a sudden go from 0 to 10K. The first step, and this for anybody, and say what you want, but this I'm a big believer in. If you aren't where you want to be, it's because you aren't the person to be it. Because listen, you're here, the person you want to be is here. If you were already this person, you would already be here. Let's say you're at 0K and you want to be at 10K. If you were already the person who's capable of making 10K, you would already make 10K a month. Simple as that. Let me ask you a question. Misha, I know you're a hard worker and you grind and you work hard. So let me ask you this question, right? Sure, you're a pretty hard worker, correct? Maybe?
Sorry?
You're a pretty hard worker?
Yeah, I would say that, yeah.
Okay. My question for you, what I want to know, is how have you worked so hard yet seen so little results?
That's the thing, man. That's all I'm trying to figure out. Like,
No,
everybody.
like, I know, but you need to ask yourself this question. Because there's a difference between working hard and working smart. There's a lot of people in here, and listen. If you look statistically, some of the hardest working people in this world are people from India. Yet they're also statistically some of the people who make the least amount of money in this world. Why? It's because there's a direct difference between working hard and working smart. And you're like, oh no, I'm working smart, I'm doing this. If you aren't where you want to be, clearly not. And most people, I was once sitting at dinner with a guy I was consulting, doing about $1 million a month. And I asked him, although I was consulting him, ask him a question. What would you say is your biggest lesson you've learned in entrepreneurship? He said it's that people that are successful fail quickly so they can learn quicker. And so instead of doing 50 DMs a day, as an example, they would do 1,000 DMs a day. So right away, they could figure out if this thing was working or not. Because the point is, the quicker they fail, the quicker they learn, and the quicker they can learn, the quicker they can see success. Yeah. And the point is, they would try and fail quick so they could succeed even quicker. But they fail with the intent of learning. Like if you just say to me, I sent 350 DMs, no one replied. Well, what did you learn from that? Like, what'd you learn? Have you taken notes of what you learned that you can apply moving forward? If not, you'll stay stuck in the same place. It's why a lot of people still, after a year, are stuck in the same places where they were a year ago versus now. They haven't learned anything new. They say they have. Oh, I watched a bunch of YouTube videos. They didn't learn anything new. They just sat there and kept doing what they've always done. They expected that if I keep doing this and maybe change a few things, watch a few more actionable videos, I'll eventually be where I want to be. The problem takes a huge, here's the thing, is if you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always got. And if you're happy with where you are now, you have to fundamentally change a huge part of your life to do something different. Like, if you're, one minor change probably won't do it.
right? Like switching your message or changing accounts or changing platforms probably isn't going to do it because there's a bigger fucking issue.
Yeah, so I mean, but here's the thing about sales process, right? It is very customer friendly because under the name of what
Problem probably isn't your outreach account, but you're opening it.
usually sell friends you hop on that call and you start
The problem is that we're doing the same thing for months on end without really looking back at why it didn't work. And then we try to do a little bit different variation of it and see if that works. It doesn't work. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. A lot of people here, by that definition, are insane in a bad way. Like fundamentally, you have to change something huge about yourself and about your life if you want to become a new person, do something new. Like a lot of you guys, I've seen this Discord server for I don't know how long I've had it, but probably a year. And they're still in the same place, maybe a little better, if not worse. And if you look at your lives, they haven't changed drastically either. I'm not telling you to move, but you're in the same place, same iPhone, and the same outreach message, to the same niche, to the same people, the same offer, and everything else. A little different script. That's the key. And we wonder why. It changes, like, for you to become someone new, like to do something you've never done, you have to completely rechange yourself. A really, really good video I recommend you all watch is called The Death of Alex Becker. Video by Alex Becker. It's on YouTube. It's about 40-ish minutes long. Okay? And it talks about the concept of you have to kill yourself. You have to kill the old you. You have to completely let the older version of you die for the new one to live. And a lot of you should watch that video. And a lot of you should take something from that. Because a lot of you do need to let the old version of you die.
exactly what you've done.
Like you need to become like an absolute new version of you. Like, you know what I mean? And like, I'm like in every aspect. Look different, cut your hair, wear new clothes, talk different, act different, stand different, right? Change your setup around. Like put yourself in a new environment, move, doesn't fucking matter. Right? Like switch it up. Do what the 10K version of you would do. Right? If you right now compare yourself to the 10K version of you, I bet you could write a long list of things that person does that you don't do. Right now, if you were down, what is the 10K, what's the 100K version of you do? I guarantee you could probably write a huge list of different things. Right? That person does that you don't. And if you want to become that person that does those things, we have to do the things that person would do. But if you're a fat person and you want to get fit, you can't say, oh, once I get fit, I'll go to the gym. No, you have to become the person first. You have to go to the gym and then you become fit. You have to do the actions that person will do, and then you'll become the person. And if you do the actions long enough, and you do the right actions, then you'll become the person, aka then you'll become fit. But we can't sit here, which most of us are sitting here going, once I'm fit, I'll go to the gym, when you're 500 pounds overweight. When the sentence needs to be changed, it needs to be flipped, which is I need to go to the gym so I can get fit. You need to do the things that the 10K version of you would do that you are currently not doing, and then you'll become that person. Because Misha, for me to know why your reply rate is 30% on 350 DMs that you sent, we'd have to go looking into all these things. But I'd say there's a bigger issue, which is I love you, and I've chatted with you plenty of times on these calls, and every time we're still in the same spot. A bigger change needs to happen than me telling you to switch your script, or to switch your opener, or add this post to your profile, change your bio, your profile picture, or switch platforms. A bigger change needs to happen, or to see something else. I can't find the video Death by Alex Becker. Search up Death of Alex Becker. You'll find it. Like, it's on YouTube. There, someone just linked in the chat. Sure, what's up? Yeah.
Were you kidding about that?
No. Dude,
I
am I
understand.
joking about that?
I'm gonna do it personally. I'm gonna go in there. Ban this guy.
Wait, I'm actually serious, bro. Am I actually correct?
Listen, that's a conversation for another day. You need to focus on making
Bro,
money,
what?
not asking questions in a school community.
Just the
You're
fun.
crazy, man.
I don't even have access to ban people, but I heard rumors that some people will be getting removed. That's the reason I'm saying this. Anyways. Yes, Lumen, what's up? I think you said that.
Yeah, sorry. I've been running ads for my client. Here are the metrics. So the CTR is 6%, looking pretty okay. CTR it's 1.9. But then the conversion is not. The link click is okay. That's another thing. But the conversion is 0. I'm using landing page.
Okay. There's multiple parts to this question. First things I'm
Right.
asking, how many clients do you have?
I have 1.
One.
Right.
If you played tennis one time, would you become good?
No.
Okay. So a lot of people get really mad that with one client they have, they can't get good results. That's like never playing tennis before, going to play for your first time and being mad that you're not, Serena Williams. But doesn't make sense. Right? That makes no sense at all. Right? So the actual issue you have is you haven't have enough data to become good at service delivery. It takes us multiple tennis practice to get good at tennis. It takes us multiple clients to understand how to get better client results. That being said, if the only metrics are good and people aren't converting, we have to ask ourselves, what makes somebody convert? All right? Going down to the fundamental truths of not like landing page, like, oh, let me change the headline. What makes somebody convert? Well, somebody would fill out a landing page if they think the thing they're clicking for, getting on the landing page, is worth more than the information they give up. That being said, it must mean that when people click on the landing page, they don't think what they're getting there is going to be worth it. Plain and simple. Simple as that. Now, how do we change that? Here's what we could do. We could, one, rethink what does the person want and restate on a landing page that we're giving that to them. Right? I'll give you an example. People don't want a plane ticket, they want a vacation. People don't want a gym pass, they want a nice body. People don't want a burger, they want to, they want to feel full. Think of what people actually want, not the vehicle to get them there. That's step number one. Once you figure out what they want, reiterate that in a way that makes them really happy, and then frame it as if them filling out this thing gets them that. And the landing page will already convert better. Okay? Number two, do the grunt test. If a caveman looked at your landing page for 5 seconds, could he say what you do, how it benefits them, where they could get it? I'll repeat it once again. If a caveman looked at your landing page for 5 seconds, could they say exactly what you do, how it benefits them, and how to get it? If the answer is no, fix that. Last thing to say is if you want more people to convert, make it easier for them to convert. Fundamentally, if you want somebody to do something you want them to do, make it easier for them to do it. Or step number one is making them want to do it. But step number two is making it easier for them to do it. Add less friction. Shorten the page. Add more buttons. Right? Have more arrows. Show more of what to do. Remove less questions. Make it easier for the person to convert. Simple. Right? That's like the high level answer I can give you. Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Just a question about like, you know how you said like just removing some aspects and make it easier to convert. So like me and my friend, like we kind of tried that sometimes. Not all cases, but sometimes it's attracted like lower quality prospects for our clients. Like lower like homeowners that would, like they weren't like 100% serious, or they would, ghost, or they'd like complain about a lot of things. Like how do you think we could go about attracting like higher quality ones, like doing like short, like less questions, you know what I mean?
Do you think it's reasonable for every single prospect we have to be high quality?
Nah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, let me ask you this: would you rather have 100 leads that are bad quality, but you can try and sell them all, or 10 leads that are good quality?
Oh,
Or actually,
10.
matter of fact, let me rephrase it. Would you rather have 100 leads and 90 are bad quality, 10 are good quality, or would you rather have 10 leads but they're all good quality?
10, right? Just,
No. What? You would want less leads?
I mean, with the 90 that are bad, right? Why would we need them? Or do you mean they have the potential to be good?
Because there's no such thing as a bad quality lead. There's only such thing as a bad quality salesperson. The same way there's no such thing as a bad team player. There's only such thing as bad leaders. So if it were me, I would rather have 100 prospects on my calendar that are all meh than 2 good ones. Because next thing that happens, 2 good ones, one guy breaks his foot, the other guy's mom dies, boom, they both no show, and I have $0. I have 100 prospects, half can no show. But if I'm good at sales, I can at least close a lot more.
Oh shit. Okay.
People only complain that people are bad quality because they don't know how to sell. It's almost always like there's a it's a belief that people have that people are low quality. There's very often where the problem is actually lead quality, but it's often that the problem is typically people, right? More often than not, it's not lead quality. It's that people don't know how to sell. So first, I would look internally instead of blaming other people and say, "Oh, they have bad lead quality." I would look at yourself and look at your team. How are they selling? What are the conversations like? Because more often than not, you realize that people aren't actually bad quality. It's not a bad quality lead; it's a bad quality sales rep, which is a way bigger issue.
Oh no, I was talking. Wait. Oh, sorry. No, that makes 100% like sense. I was talking about kind of like, you know, when I'm running ads for my clients, like the homeowners with them, or do you mean like selling my client's offer to their clients? You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know if
Now you
that's,
confuse the fuck out of me. Let's go back to landing pages.
yeah.
Here's a belief I'll share with you guys that served me well. I learned it from Alex Ramosi. Just take it as you wish. But it basically goes as follows: when building a system, always create flow first, monetize flow, then add friction. I'll give you an example. When running ads, instead of trying to do a complex landing page first, do a lead form, get leads in, monetize the leads, aka sell them and make money, then start to introduce friction to get higher quality leads. Because the last thing you want is the landing page that converts at 0% and you have no leads. Add flow first, make money from the flow, deal with the shitty leads, because shitty leads is better than no leads. Always. It's better to have shitty leads, which isn't even real, but shitty leads than having no leads. Always. Right? So, always start with getting more friction. I mean, not more friction. Reduce friction. Add more flow. Get more leads in, even if they're low quality. Right? And then monetize, make money from them to prove that the process works, then start to add friction in. People do wrong is they try and add friction first. They try and automate stuff first. This is a thinking process Elon Musk uses, which is a 6-step process, 6 or 5-step process of how he thinks, how he makes decisions, and how he builds things. The last step is automate. People try and automate first. They try and take away friction, right? Reducing friction should be the last thing that's done. Right, and reducing or my bad, adding friction, I guess, which would be reducing, a lot of other things. People are like, oh, it takes time to follow up with bad quality leads. Sure, may take a bit more time, but it's better than having no leads. And so the concept of create flow, monetize flow, add friction has served me very well. Clearly, Alex Ramosi and Elon Musk as well. And so take it as you wish. But I'm a huge believer in do something, get results first. After you got results, then tweak. Like if you're running a new offer, instead of trying to make it perfect, run the new offer, get people to buy it, then tweak it. If you're building a new automation, if you're building a new SOP, whatever the fuck, build it, run it, then tweak it. The problem is people try and tweak something that doesn't even exist. People try and automate shit that doesn't exist. People try and optimize shit that doesn't even exist. People try and make the best offer before even running the offer. Run the offer, get proof of concept that the offer somewhat works, then tweak it. Like put in action first, then change shit. All right? Fucking hot. Taking my shirt off. All right. That being said, our time has come to an end. Beautiful. Newman, thank you, brother. That is the exact video. Yes. That's exactly it. And if you notice, he doesn't automate shit until after he's fucking done it. It's stupid because you can't automate something that doesn't exist. Yeah. Okay? Let's unmute Chili Morgan. Doesn't make any money because he spends all his time in school communities asking questions what to do for his one client he has. That being said, boys, I appreciate y'all jumping on here. Hope you got some value. Okay. Some of you may look at me and say, "Oh, Stefan, you're stupid." Some of you may look at me and go, "Stefan, you're a genius." I promise you, if you can look at things and when you have a problem, don't look at the problem at face value. Find the fundamental root of the problem. Because a lot of people go, "Oh, my outreach sucks." And they forget to look at what's the deeper issue. "Oh, I need a personal brand." "Why do I need a personal brand?" "Well, it's because no one trusts me." "Oh, so the problem is you need a personal brand. The problem is no one trusts you." How do we solve for that actually? So make fucking sure that when you're solving a problem, you use the first principles approach, which is what's the fundamental root of a problem and the truth. That being said, I gotta jump on another consulting call here. So I will chat with you boys on another day. Hope you guys got some value from this. And for context, I've been consulting a company that does worth about 10 mil. Learned about a bunch of cool shit. So it's been a cool process. I can't open my Google Chrome anymore because my computer's so hot. Just like me. Ha ha ha. Anyways, boys, have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your evening, afternoon, whatever. I'll chat with you guys later.
Appreciate it, Stefan.
And don't forget.